So Elon Musk and Vivek, Elon Musk for 100 years, 2,000 years, 100 years, Rick and Morty, 100 billion, trillion, million years. Looks like Elon and Vivek are going to be part of the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, right? And there's a lot to talk about in this story. But first, before we talk about Trump and Vivek being part of Doge, we're not an idiocracy. We're not an idiocracy. I'm going to tell you why we're not an idiocracy, okay? At least in Idiocracy, the characters in the movie knew they were dumb, all right? And I could go on a whole tirade about my thoughts on Idiocracy and the bigger story there. But first, Elon Musk is hurting people's feelings. Apparently, a writer on SNL says that Elon made her cry. Now, look, Elon hosted SNL a while ago. I just find it funny. I just find it funny. It's funny because why are you bringing this up? Elon made you cry.
Okay, I just saw some news article about Elon Musk being like butthurt about SNL and his impression, but I'm like, you're clearly watching the show. Like, what are you talking about? And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to come out and say at long last that I'm the cast member that he made cry, and he's the host that made someone cry. Maybe there's others, but I saw some articles and stuff, and I was like, I'm not going to say anything. But I'm like, no, if you're going to like go on your platform and be rude, like, guess what? You made Chloe Feynman, burst into tears because I stayed up all night writing the sketch. I was so excited.
I wouldn't be sharing this on social media. TikTok is not a therapist.
I came in, I asked if you had any questions, and you stared at me like you were firing me from Tesla and were like, it's not funny.
Boo, be more funny.
Waited for you to be like, haha, JK. No, then you started pawing through my script, like flipping each page, being like, I didn't laugh once, not one time. Cut to the sketch made it on, and it was like fine, and I actually had a really good time, and I thought you were really funny in it, but you know, have a little manners here, sir.
Boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Oh, boo, you write for SNL. I'm surprised SNL's still a thing. Maybe it wasn't funny. Did you ever think about that? Maybe it wasn't funny. You want to know why people make fun of actors and actresses and corporate media? It's because you guys think that your crap doesn't stink. You know what I think about it? Here's what I think about it.
And here's what I think about it.
All lies will be exposed.
Like, seriously, get over yourself. No, get over yourself. So many people are butthurt, okay? Now, look, I have my concerns about a Trump administration. I have my concerns about what's going to happen these next 4 years. But projecting or either that sharing online that he made you cry. You know, I'm going to give you a quote that Marco said about Chef Ramsay, because, you know, Chef Ramsay said that Marco made him cry. You want to know how Marco responded? You want to know how Chef Marco, Marco, the one whose stare would probably kill you, okay? I'd rather be yelled at by a drill instructor again than have Chef Marco look at me and say that my food was terrible, because he didn't play around, and that man has history. You want to know what Marco said? I didn't make Chef Ramsay cry. He chose to cry. Okay? That's what he said. You don't have to believe me. Look it up for yourselves, folks. And I say that because if I were to play it, I think I'd get a copyright strike or something of that nature. But that's what happened. That's what happened. You chose to cry. All right. Maybe the script wasn't funny. Maybe and again, maybe Elon was failing to do proper, you know, constructive criticism. But there's a bigger problem. Seems like all of late night TV is crying. Everyone on late night TV is crying. From Jimmy Kimmel to, you know, everybody. Everybody's crying. Everybody's sad. Listen, there's a lot of things to be sad about. Trust me on it, folks.
These people have become pathetic. I mean, they stopped being comedians and they started becoming political activists. I mean, Jimmy Kimmel out here crying. I mean, it's pathetic. And so my question is, if you're going to have a late night comedy show, at some point, people might expect it to be funny and not just a constant political screed against one party. And I don't know that this activism for 4 more years is sustainable if you're going to market something as comedy, but the actual product is nothing more than sort of lowbrow political activism.
Represent
Just one other point. During the Biden years, there was nobody that provided more comedy fodder possible than Joe Biden. I mean, he was a walking.
He was made
And
fun
he
of.
was
He was
Definitely.
absolutely not.
He was
made
was
fun of
left
all the time.
alone.
He was
Harris
mocked.
was left alone.
No,
They got
And you know what? Here's the thing. If you're back in the day when SNL had its, main crop of writers, like its heavyweight champions, oh man. Oh, Biden and Kamala would have been ridiculed up the wazoo. I'm talking about the old days. I remember when SNL used to be a thing. Remember Mad TV? Oh, if it was still around, Mad TV, I miss you. Oh, Mad TV, I miss you so much. Stuart, what's going on? Mama, apparently Joe Biden crapped his pants. It wasn't me.
nothing. They didn't get
No.
10% of what they deserved.
He's too old. He
Unbelievable.
doesn't understand. I mean,
Come
he
on,
seemed
guys.
like Gerald Ford the way they
They
portrayed
never
Gerald
got
Ford.
SNL.
Whoa. Gerald Ford fell down a lot because he was clumsy. Joe Biden fell down a lot because his brain wasn't working anymore. Big difference. Plus, his body was failing him.
Never got Biden right until Carvey came in the last couple of weeks.
They roasted
never
him at
got
the
it
White
right.
House.
These people have become pathetic.
All right, so let's talk about Doge, okay? So, statement from President Donald J. Trump. I'm pleased to announce that the great Elon Musk, working in conjunction with American patriot Vivek Ramaswamy, will lead the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. Together, these two wonderful Americans will pave the way for my administration to dismantle government bureaucracy, slash excess regulations, cut wasteful expenditures, and restructure federal agencies. Say with me, folks. What could go wrong? Oh boy, okay, here we go. Essentially, to save America movement. This will send shockwaves through the system and anyone involved in government waste, which is a lot of people, stated Mr. Musk. Okay, great. So some people might be fired. It will become potentially the Manhattan Project of our time. Republican politicians have dreamed about the objectives of Doge for a very long time. To drive this kind of drastic change, the Department of Government Efficiency will provide advice, guidance from outside of government, and will partner with the White House and Office of Management and Budget to drive large-scale structural reform and create entrepreneurial approach to government never seen before. I look forward to Elon and Vivek making changes to the federal bureaucracy with an eye on efficiency and at the same time making life better for all Americans. Importantly, we will drive out massive waste and fraud, which exists throughout our annual $6.5 trillion of government spending. They will work together to liberate our economy and make the U.S. government accountable to we the people. Their work will conclude no later than July 4th, 2026. A smaller government with more efficiency and less bureaucracy will be the perfect gift to America on the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. I'm confident they will succeed. What could go wrong? Just want to pull up this article here. Trump speaks on Elon Musk. Trump's speech during the House GOP conference meeting touched on Elon Musk, a tech billionaire who has frequently been with the president-elect since last week's election. According to a source in the room, Elon won't go home. I can't get rid of him until I don't like him, Trump said. So I'm pulling this up here, right here. All right, it came out 26 minutes ago. So Elon won't go home. I can't get rid of him until I don't like him. So looks like Elon's going to be in the White House. He's going to have a special room all to himself. All right. Well, Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE, Doge. There is a possibility of government workers being at risk of losing their jobs. Possibly. There is a potential of, let's see how efficient this efficiency system will be. I mean, are we going to be talking about the billions of dollars of weapons going to Ukraine and Israel? I mean, that's a huge waste. You know, there's a lot of money in war. Maybe we can effectively and efficiently maybe end the military-industrial complex. That's an idea. How about all the laws protecting big pharma or the medical or healthcare insurance industry? You know, it's screwing over Americans. Stopping the prison industrial complex. That's a sight. Wouldn't that be a sight to see for sore eyes? Wait, how about big oil? You know, corporations. You know, there's got to be some relief here, right? But I'd first look at the endless spending in war. But okay. We will see just how efficient it will be. And we will find out the end results on July 4th, 2026. Just another day, folks. And until then, you outstanding people, keep your heads on a swivel, because if you think there's going to be sanity anytime soon, I hate to disappoint you, but the roller coaster is just right now climbing up and up and up. We got 4 years of Trump. And then guess what? In 2028, we play this dance all over again. Show of hands. Who's excited? But also to the comedians and people at SNL. You're supposed to cry on the inside. I mean, that's what I've learned about comedy. If you look at a lot of documentaries about a lot of comedians, you know, they deal with a lot of emotional trauma. You just don't share it on social media, on TV as your therapist. That's something you do in the privacy, you know, between therapist and patient. You just don't broadcast. There's a lot of things I'm sad about. Okay. A lot of things. You just don't broadcast it. And Elon didn't make you cry. You chose to cry.